Hey guys, Marley here. Let's talk about the three different types of permissions you have on Monday.com. You have board level permissions, you have workspace level permissions, and you have account level permissions. Workspace and account level permissions are going to be strictly an enterprise level feature, whereas board level permissions, you could use that on the pro or standard account. So let's talk about how you set these board level permissions. It is so important that you set board permissions on every single board so that not everyone is adding columns, moving groups, and deleting data. You definitely don't want everyone to do everything and break everything. So by going into every board, you want to click on the options on the top right, go into permissions. Here you'll see that on the left panel, by default, it's set to edit everything. You have additional options such as only edit content or only edit assigned items and view and comment. For me, I typically say only edit content because this way they're not adding additional columns or different groups. The board subscribers would just be interacting with the information that's in there and of course able to add new items in there as well. Enterprise level plans also have additional customization such as viewing. By default, everyone can view everything on the board, but if you have the enterprise level plan, you can customize it to say, I only want the users to see what they're assigned to. So that's an option that's available to you. The other option that is available for enterprise is where you can uncheck and customize this a bit further, whereas other plans don't have that capability. So enterprise can get very specific about what you want each board to do and how you would want to customize each of these options here. So don't forget to hit save. Then the other thing that you do have to think about is who is a board owner and who is a board subscriber. Board owners could do everything and board subscribers are going to be subjected to the permissions that we just set. So if I click on the top right of the board, which is invite, you'll see the number of people that are invited to this board here. So you'll see anyone with the blue crown is going to be a board owner, and anyone without the blue crown is going to be a board subscriber. Board subscribers are going to be subjected to that permission that we just set. By default, guest could never be a board owner, so there are going to be limited to those permissions that we had just talked about. Other ways to limit access within the board would be you could lock certain fields within the board. So certain columns could be locked and you could now add additional users that you do want to edit that column. Or you could also restrict column view and then again define who's going to be able to see it. Board owners will have to see everything and edit everything. So by default, you will see their option here in the permission settings. So that's board level permissions. Let's go into workspace level permissions, which is an enterprise level feature. Within the workspace, you're able to see the different types of workspace roles, workspace owner, member, and non-member. So here's where you define what they can all do. So this is where you're keeping your workspace really clean and saying who is building boards within the workspace, who's building automations, private boards, dashboards. So you get to have those limits within each workspace so your account is not turning into the wild, wild west. This is very important. One of the things that I usually do within the workspace permissions is go into my member and non-member tab and say they cannot reorder workspace content on the left panel. So for instance, I don't want anyone messing around with my folders and boards and such. Great. Now going into account level permissions, which is again an enterprise level feature. Within account level permissions, you can see all the different account roles we have: admin, member, viewer, and guest. Now here's where you define what everyone within the account can do. One of the other cool things with enterprise is that you have the ability to create new roles, and within the new roles, you could then say, you could give a little bit more access. So for me, you'll see I'll create a guest plus role or a service level role on exactly what they can do. So these are all the permissions that are available to you on Monday.com, but I can't emphasize enough to set permissions on every single board. If you do have the enterprise level account, please set permissions within the account level so that you don't have to set them individually on the board or the workspace level. But this is so important. But thanks, guys.